Hey man, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. How was where were you? You were in Texas?
Yeah, we were in just outside Dallas. It was
Nice.
cold. Fuck, it was cold.
Oh really? Yeah, I think if it's ever cold in the south, it feels like super cold. You ever been to Artisan?
Yeah, yeah.
That I got a guy that I teach that just got their irons and they look like pretty nice.
Yeah, no, their stuff is really, really good. Have you heard of the brand Seven?
No.
So they're kind of one of the kind of top forging companies, but different. Like they're not forged the way Mura's forged. They're actually more CNC milled. Like you see lots of these one-off sets being CNC milled for like Justin Thomas and stuff like that now. So like that's actually the way Artisan are going about their stuff. So they're actually milling their and then hand kind of polishing and hand finishing the heads. So yeah, the stuff is super tight tolerances and really, really well made.
That's fascinating. I'm just picturing a high CG 7 iron that goes like 220, you know?
Just like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the future of it. Like being able to manipulate CG per club. Like,
Yeah.
what do you need in a seven? What do you need in a four? What do you need in a wedge? That really is the future of club fitting.
Fascinating. Give me the scoop on the swing. Obviously, I saw the swing. I saw, what you're saying, like just tendencies, right?
Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm still finding it, interesting, and I think my biggest challenge is still like what it is in here when I'm practicing is different from what it is on the golf course. Now, obviously, that can take some time and stuff like that, but I'm definitely like I have a hard time taking it from here to the course, and that's like speed, that's sort of like efficiency. Although I would say like iron play's been pretty strong. But like in here, it's ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
it's as good as I could ever need it to be. Um, but yeah, and then
Like
again, it's just different of the course.
like tracing it back. Okay, so if I go, okay, what's our pattern and why would it be harder when I'm playing, especially if it's windy? So in that first move, like if I just do that, like it
Yeah,
basically sets everything up. So you're on the course, it's a tight hole, it's into the wind. Like, what's the pattern? It's like you're gonna want to do it, So
yeah, it's so
like
true.
that, I think that's the thing we have to figure out is like when you're playing, like how exaggerated and extreme does that, like, to me it's like we if we don't get the first move, we don't really, there's no point in doing like the rest because so if you think about it, so if I'm over here, that's
Yeah,
going to pull this way, and then
yeah,
I've lost all my forward bend, so I'm already here, and then what that looks
totally.
like in transition, I look like that,
Yeah,
which is what you
yeah.
look like sometimes, right, when it's not right.
Totally.
Yeah.
That makes all the sense in the world. That is what stops it being sort of the same indoor to out is just yeah. Because to be honest, like I would say my focus is on more just not sort of like I'm focused on not yanking it back inside and coming sort of over it versus being focused on that first move being sort of that way.
Well, just
Um,
if you go, I mean, Bully did a whole bunch of stuff into the wind versus downwind, like on 3D. Like, if you're into the wind, your body's gonna want to go that way, and we just have to make sure that it doesn't. Because
yeah,
if we went, okay, what's the total opposite? Well, the total opposite would be you here, right, without
yeah,
any extra tilt, and then so you've shifted into your right side more. You would still be extended because your hands are up, but you've kept some of your forward bend. So then when you start down with forward bend, now your hands are going to be here and your right arm is going to be like that. But if I
yeah,
go, if I'm like this with no forward bend, like I'm always going to look like that.
right,
And then you
totally,
can try to put it behind, but now that's just more elbow bend, and
yeah.
that's just going to make it harder.
Yeah, yeah. And then I think that makes all the sense because when I see that and then I go, okay, really got to feel like we're sort of getting that forearm sort of vertical. I can do that at 74 miles an hour,
Yeah,
with a
you can't,
seven iron.
yeah.
I just can't do it at 92 miles an hour with a seven iron.
Well, and the same thing, like if we're thinking about what's the first move, right? So no tilt in that. Well, now think about how my arm's positioned. Okay, so I rotate and I'm already there. Like I
Yeah,
really don't have to do that much. if it's where we want it in that first move.
Yeah.
I was thinking about stuff you could do too, like if you have the pro sender, like ball, no ball, doesn't matter. Even in the first move, like try not to hit that. Like
Yeah.
if you go into it, right, that would be you going this way. Like it would almost be like you stay off of it until you get to the top, right?
Yeah.
So things that that you can feel, or like if you're just going to play 9 holes at night or something, you could throw it on and like, I think that's with some of the kids, even like we do, we work on the stuff and then we're on course and we go, okay, we're going to do the drills. Like, what's your drill? It's like, okay, small tee off trying to be wide and like hit it off a tee when you're playing. It's just like, so you start to see, okay, like I can trust it when I'm playing,
Totally.
But it's it's part of it. We just got to keep doing it, and like making sure, like just keep, like every time you hit balls, just send me one, and I'll say, okay, like because it's hard. Like you're in there, like I'm trying to do it. It's like, okay, we got to go like 10,000% more so you can get a feel, right?
Yeah. I mean, the good thing is, like, I'm traveling a little bit over the next little while, and kind of every time I travel, we're playing somewhere. So, I'll get a chance to sort of test. It's not like in the winter time where we're kind of just it's only going to be here. Just hitting balls where you don't have that sort of you've got that nice sort of reminder of the repetition and what it feels like and stuff like that. Whereas on the course, you're maybe more focused on the playing side, but I'll be able to test it out pretty much every week.
That's great, man. That's right.
Yeah.
Where's next?
So I'm off the Titleist Tuesday.
You ever
Down
play Goat
to
Hill Park over there?
No, never played the Goat.
Oh, it's so good, man. So good. I played there last summer and it was awesome.
Well, is it really?
Yeah, so fun. I mean, it's just a cool place,
Yeah. No, it's not like Trotty does a bunch of his stuff from over there, and there's a bunch of other sort of content people do stuff over there.
Well, don't they have what is it, the Wishbone coming up like that? When it's like Fred Couples and I think I don't know who's playing in it, right? Like
Like
Shoffley.
Xander plays in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, it's cool.
Yeah, let's see some. I'm good till probably just after 8, and then I gotta go over to Foley's deal.
Okay. Awesome. Let me just extend this out a little bit. Do you want to see face on first just to see the tilts?
Yeah. If you want, behind the golf ball, maybe throw down a stick or something so you can just reference if the sweet spot is like coming in. You know what I mean?
So let's see here. So where would you want it, Ty?
I'm trying. So basically, like 1 foot behind the ball, maybe like an inch inside towards the toe line of you. Yeah, right there. Yep. That's fine. Just so you can tell if the sweet spot's coming in quick. I just want you to feel like it basically goes straight back when you're doing this.
Awesome. Yeah.
How's the crew doing? Everyone okay?
Everyone's okay. Yeah. There's still a little bit of the walking wounded with colds and stuff. They've both been off school for a week.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's that age. When Nia went her first year, I was like, she's sick every week. I'm like, this is outrageous. Like,
it's outrageous. I mean, it just drives me nuts. Absolutely drives me. It's such a shame. I feel so bad for them.
Yeah, but it's good. I mean, they'll get it out of the way, and then they're good, right?
Exactly. Okay.
What, are you warm or no?
Yeah. Okay. Probably 10 or 15 before we got on there, so I'm good.
Okay, give me a 90 or give me a 85-mile-an-hour one here.
Okay. That was a little quicker. That was at 90.
Okay, nice. Can you come a little closer to the camera? I want to look at one thing.
Sure. Bring the camera a little bit closer to the hip.
Yeah, just a touch. And then I stand right in front of it and just grip it. I just want to look at that right hand grip a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah, there. I mean, so if you think about the line, right, like where it points out of your right, like I think we can get that thing more on top of your left thumb a little bit. There. Yeah, perfect. That's not weak. That's like pretty neutral. I think sometimes, like I was looking back at the old videos, I think sometimes it gets a little on the side.
It does. It definitely does.
There you go, right
I
there.
feel that.
Yeah, let's use that. I mean, that's ideal.
Is that okay angle wise? Is that
perfect.
okay distance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the zoom's good. I mean, it's like super, like I can see so much. Yeah, there you go. That grip looks great. Give me, how extreme do you feel in the takeaway? Is it
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel extreme. No, it feels like I feel like it's conscious, but not extreme.
okay? Show me one where you do it in takeaway and then hit it. Like show me the really refined takeaway. Okay, good. Show me the first foot of takeaway. Yeah, and then show me that again with the eye staying more level. Like right eye almost feel like it stays in the same angle. Close. There, that one. Okay, now go up and hit that. I just wanted to look at that, what that does. How about that from extreme standpoint?
Yeah, I would say there's a decent amount of thought that needs to go into keeping it kind of, and I can feel the difference in the level
So
of that one.
like that's like just I'm just looking at where the eyes are there, you know. I mean that's my main thing, right? Like you see how level they are?
Uh-huh.
Right? And it's just like every time this side, we just got to make sure this side stays long.
Yeah, we don't want that left ear sort of dropping.
Like you might almost have to feel like this, you know, like it's not going to be that, but it's like, that's the opposite of that one, right?
Right.
I like the grip, man.
It actually doesn't feel bad at all. I mean,
no, it looks great.
Yeah.
Looks great. Yeah. Sensational.
That felt different.
Oh, that was so good, man. Yeah. insane. From a backswing standpoint, it was probably the best one. You know,
Awesome.
like
Okay.
if I look here, so just so you can see what the reaction is. Okay,
Yeah.
see how your chest looks there.
Yeah.
So you still have like I would say like a small amount of forward bend. If the right hip was a bit more turned, that would get
Yeah.
you moving like so this would be like this would be finishing, and then that would be sort of that spot versus like that's the old one, right? So this
Yeah.
is what we need. Like that's where I want the chest with a little bit more right hip probably, but I love the
Got
chest
it.
there, love
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Cool.
Cool how you see the difference in the width too. Like that just shows that the right arm didn't
Yeah.
like go this way, right? You actually could see your right forearm up there, which is
Yeah.
cool. Unreal, man. It's cool. I mean, the fascinating thing is when I say turn your hip, man, it looks like you can turn your hip. Look at this.
Yeah. Yeah. It just needs to be more. Yeah. It just needs to be less thoughtful about arm position and
I mean, that's
all that
just
stuff.
better, like right
Yeah.
there. I'll go down the line now that I see that from there. Like that the tilts, like if he wants the first move, this is the
That's way better, isn't it?
oh man, so it's cool because it looks like you're this way instead of like right away into that.
Yeah.
And then that will change the hand position, it will change like where the club is, it'll change a lot of things. Like again, we're trying not to make you think more. It's like
Yeah.
well, how easy can we make it?
For sure. For sure. Ty, do you record the zooms on your end?
Yeah, I got it here.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Very cool. All right. Let me put it down the line here.
I did a 7-iron speed thing the other day.
Let me guess. What did you get? 106?
106.9. And one of the guys commented, he's like, how much different is TrackMan than quad? And I swear, like when I was in there, I mean that was my 7-iron, but when I was in there, what was I 105? Like not really trying. I
Yeah.
think it's got to be 3 miles an hour, right?
So I mean, it really should with an iron be very similar.
Okay,
Because it's traced in the CG, and then the CG in an iron is
it's
very
pretty
close to the
small, right?
face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's only. I swear though, like when I'm hitting on a quad, I'm like, it always feels like it's easy to get it fast, but
I mean, I would say it's interesting. Like I watched something this morning. It was a guy doing he was doing some like shaft testing or something, and he was like he never showed one smash factor in TrackMan above 146.
yeah,
And like I guess TrackMan have changed their sort of algorithm to be more in line with kind of where quad is, because we used to see like 151, 152s all the time.
I know the odd 153.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I think club head speed is a little bit always with a grain of salt these days, because and that's one of the things I like about quad is it never changes.
yeah, you
It
sort of
all
know what you're getting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it always reads it that kind of same way.
Well, I might do like just a fun thing with Josh on Wednesday where he's gonna run me through like a long drive training session where we
Yeah,
get like legit 150 drivers, and then he'll have the quad and I'll have the TrackMan going. So it'll be a fun.
that'll be cool.
Yeah, it could be interesting.
Oh, I felt so bad for Josh down in Atlanta. Wow.
Yeah,
Oh man, it was such a shame. He just couldn't quite kind of obviously, get his mojo and sort of get it just find it in the grid. He tons of speed. He just couldn't kind of get his patterns on the grid. No, it was a shame.
Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, I know, because I looked at some of the numbers. I'm like, I'm surprised he wasn't up there, but I guess it's just that 6 balls or whatever, you don't hit the grid, it
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
and that's it. And there was some funky things with that golf ball and stuff as well. It was a bit of a mushy golf ball. It was a bit low compression for those guys.
Yeah,
So there was some funky flights coming off it, I thought. So it really suited some and not others. So became maybe a little bit less about speed in the qualifiers. I think at the end of it, when you looked at it, like Berkshire by far was the fastest average ball speed at 227.
yeah.
The next fastest was Justin James, I think, at 219. James Tate was like 219. So speed in the end came out to like the top 3 or 4 guys were the fastest guys, but through the qualifiers, like some of the really fast guys like Josh, were just not making it through.
Yeah, it's so fascinating. I
Yeah,
mean, 226 is outrageous, eh?
no, it's nuts. It's
Nuts.
nuts.
You want to see something nuts?
Yeah.
Look what the club face looks like.
Uh, yeah, that's a different look.
Isn't it?
Very different.
Fascinating. I mean, I think it's a little bit of the right hand grip, and then the rest is the tilt. I would go a little bit more over the stick, a little longer if I was going to be picky, but that's it.
Yeah, yeah. Just keep the club staying outside the hands on the way back a little more.
Yeah, I just feel like the club doesn't come inside ever.
Okay. Yeah.
Like just let your turn bring the club up, basically.
Okay.
I did like that though. Good job. Extreme or not extreme?
No, I could definitely do it a little more extreme.
Okay, good. I take it. That's here. Oh, you keep going. Give me like 10 and then I'll show you some of
Okay.
these. Hey, it looks pretty simple, man. Of course, it looked a little right wrist like extension early on that one, a little more than I'd like.
Okay. So want to see it like a little more like that?
Yeah, like almost like you're taking your right hand and it's just like you're reaching for someone here. I don't want to see it like this way, So, oh, sorry, my bad.
It's okay. All good.
Just like I'm reaching this way, I just don't want to see it go back.
Got it. Got it.
Perfect. You can move me up a little bit too. Perfect.
How's that there, Ty?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
Okay, so a little more.
There, yeah,
That
that's
position.
it. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. And then that's gonna get, and don't even worry about the, like you could have the hands maybe a touch more away from you. Just like, I'm just looking at the left arm. I almost want to imagine, can you see me now, right?
Yeah.
That left arm, I just don't want it going too much this way for you, because
Yeah.
the more my hand path gets this way, the more I'm going to be doing that, right? So like
Sure.
for you, it's almost like we're going, you know, like I'm exaggerating, but that way, right?
Yeah. So sort of
There
there
and
to
yeah, perfect. It's just the opposite. It's just the opposite.
Yeah.
And then that's going to change the right shoulder. It will put you in a little bit more external earlier. It's going to do a whole bunch of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Bingo. Yes, that was so good.
Love to see what that one looks like. That one felt different. Yeah, that's a better right arm position, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and like, so you look there, it's not overdone, right? Here, let me turn
Yeah.
this down a little so you can see it better.
Yeah.
So then I'm watching the hand path, right? Like it's not like out, right? It's still like plenty in.
Yeah.
But then look at the length you can get there. How different is that?
Yeah, I like that, especially the right arm, sort of how sort of high the hands are able to sort of get.
Yeah, and
This is
like to me,
nice.
that's gonna give us a chance, right? So we have, so the club's out here, the arm's here. So now I'm using my pivot and right hip to get the hand path to there, right? I'm not
Yeah,
just putting my hand path over here. And then
totally.
that's gonna start to incentivize, okay, I have depth through rotation. I don't need depth through my elbow. So I can
Yeah.
start going that way. But that's like probably what next, you know? But that's what that backswing, but I'm there like in a full swing. I mean, that's probably the best it's been right there. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that looked awesome. And like it didn't feel, to be honest, like I didn't think that was going to be from the inside. It felt like because where the hands got to, I
Yeah,
actually felt like it was going to kind of be a little bit more out to in. But
yeah.
you know, we still a degree into out and a little bit more down. Dynamic lie angle was at 0.2. Yeah, it was all good.
That's fascinating. That's great. Okay, a couple more of those. Oh man, that was so good.
It's interesting, Ty. You know, like those are now coming in. Like that was point
Ian,
0.8 dynamic up. That was yeah, that's good.
I mean, that looks like what we've been rehearsing for so long, but that's like really doing it, you know?
Yeah, yeah, totally. And honestly, that doesn't feel hard. I truly mean that. Like
Yeah.
the combination of what we're doing here, that does not feel that difficult.
I mean, that looks
Dude,
like now we got
that's
a chance
crazy.
to really hit it, right?
Yeah, like the sort of width on that, the hand height,
Well, and then see how different the forearms look, like especially the
crazy.
right, you know, it's not like it's sort of like there now, right?
Yeah,
Because that's right. The downswing, like we talked about, it's just you got no time, right? You got to get this thing the closest we can, and then we can start to do some stuff. That was good, really good.
yeah.
Two more from here, and then I want to see what that looks like from the front.
Okay.
How different does the face control feel like when it's there on the way down?
Like it all feels very, very like very neutral.
Yeah,
Yeah, it feels. I think just because the path is so neutral, the attack is like at first when I was doing the first few sort of head tilts sort of to the right ear down,
yeah,
they were getting shallow, but you know, just as that has kind of like my tilts of sort of managing themselves, I think
yeah.
that's a little better now.
So that should be a little more draw because it was a touch more in on the back.
Okay.
A touch,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, and it shaped more for sure. Okay. Just so for the last sort of 5 minutes or sort of what time are we on anyway, Ty?
I'm good until about 8. Yeah, I got like just over about 15 minutes. I'm good till.
Okay. So let's do one more here, go face on, and then I'd love to just take a quick peek at wedges because I think that's what we're going to be focusing on with the Voki team this week. I just want you to take a quick look at the wedge swing.
Sure, bud.
Awesome.
Not overdone the takeaway, but definitely happy with it.
Okay. Let's see what's missing there. If I feel like I'm taking that, so it's just right wrist and
It's the right,
extension.
yeah, the right wrist. Yeah, right wrist, little less.
Okay.
And you could go hand path a little more away if I was being really picky. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, that feel, and then the pivot's bringing it up. That's the one. I mean, from a takeaway standpoint, you want to see what that looks like?
Yeah.
Is that wild that your hand
Yeah.
path is just doing that and it feels, I'm sure it feels away from you?
It feels out for sure. Yeah, I like how straight that right arm is in the takeaway. It's not sort of going in early. It's
and that
nice and long.
Yeah, and that lead side's in a better spot. It doesn't look like, obviously when you get too much sideband, right? Like that just would be the tilt, right? With rotation. Does that make sense? Right? Like
totally.
It starts looking like you're tipped over.
Yeah.
Like this way, then you know that you went sort of that way first. Now it starts to look like, oh, you got lots of length. It looks like you can smoke it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, yeah, even that.
Yeah, no, that I like that one at the top. That looks good.
Yeah, man. I love how neutral like the face looks and all that stuff. It's just looks like it's dead square. And then I know what next is. But you tell me, do you want me to say it or do you want to just work on this?
Yeah, let's chip away at this. I really like this sort of like, eye position, right wrist, not into early extension, deeper into the right hip. Like I think from there, like it all.
And then and then the
really,
stick
really
on the
good.
ground just to watch the hand path not going that way too quick. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think some reps, of that for the next sort of week or so, and that should feel pretty comfortable pretty quickly, I think.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, it looks natural. Like it looks like, okay, he's not working hard in transition where I always, like the last video, I felt like it was going to be hard. Like when I look at, say, like this one at the top, like I'm like, okay, that doesn't look like it's going to be hard to get out of that spot.
No, agreed. Yeah. No,
looks pretty sweet, actually. Super sweet. Give me the scoop on the wedges. Oh, actually, yeah, I'll get a face on iron and then we'll just go through the wedges here. Super cool. Man, I love how that right thumb looks. Look at this. So if I come in a little bit, it's sort of hard to see, but I'll send you that one so you can see it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'll try to zoom in. You can almost see it.
Yeah. Wow. That looks
Right.
so different.
Yeah, yeah. No, I love that. That's one thing I was looking at the other videos and I was like, we got to hit that. Uh, so, I mean, how different that wind up?
Yeah, dude, that's so much better, isn't it?
Yeah. And like when I look at it, like I would just make sure when you get to the top that you could tap like your left foot to make sure that so we're not that way. Like I'm tapping my left foot, I'm over here, then I have all that room to move, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I just feel a little lighter in the left foot.
Just a touch, yeah. Like, but you look good. I mean, it like this looks like you've got something to move, you know? Like look how
Yeah.
loaded
Yeah.
you look there.
It does. It looks loaded. It does.
Yeah. And to me, that's a first step of like being able to produce a lot of force, right? So
Yeah.
9.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right.
Perfect, man. Well, keep me posted this week, and then we'll connect next week if you're here.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back Friday, so I'll be in Sunday. Awesome.
Awesome, man. All right, keep me in the loop.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, dude. See you,
See you
dude.
soon.
Bye.